Welcome to Mac and Meeka. That nigga in the red hat is mad light. Mad quiet, I should say. Not like
I was just cheering.
You was real quiet. But okay. Nah, but welcome back. I see some people who haven't been here in a minute.
Quita.
And Paris and Jared. They haven't been in a minute. Huh?
What they do though?
No, you weren't.
2 weeks ago.
That's okay.
Last year. Last year. Last year.
Damn toast. Last year sometime. Damn toast vodka. But welcome to the newbies. And thanks to everybody that comes consistently. Shout out to y'all. We love y'all.
Amen.
Yeah, but what's going on? How was your week, man?
My week was pretty good. I kind of started getting back into music a little bit.
Kinda.
Yeah. So I went to the studio last week. This has kind of been in the making for a while. Young Berg used to work with me and for me and my label a while back, and during that time he was able to kind of practice his craft, which is like hit making. He goes by Hitmaker now. So
he's doing his thing.
He is. So he explained all that to me in the studio the other day. But he had wrote a long speech one time before, because he's one of the executives over there at Atlantic and everything too. So he had said a long speech and basically thanked myself and Rico Love for like kind of guiding him and helping put him in position, because I guess me bringing him to Miami gave him the opportunity to kind of sit down and just think about coming up with, writing songs and becoming a producer. And then Rico Love helped him with rebranding. And so he always says that. So he even said in the studio the other night. He, in passing, Lil' Kim wanted a song from him. He had 9 number ones last year.
Wow. Yeah, he talked about that in another interview. Yeah,
he ended 2019 with a number one and started off 2020 with a number one. So, just noticed from being in the studio with him. So I finally got a chance to meet his team over the weekend, and Trina actually had FaceTimed with him. He hit me up a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago, and he was like, "Yeah, Trina, I ran into Trina, and I think it was in LA." And she was like, she wanted to do a song. He like, "That'd be Mac, no, we'll get it done." And then Trina said she faced her. Somebody was with him that she knew, and they FaceTimed her with him on Thursday, and like, all right, let's get in the studio. Sometimes artists keep saying stuff like, yeah, we're gonna make it happen, and it don't happen. So then Saturday morning, I guess she was like, I'm getting up. She said, she texted him, and she texted me like, "Be Mac, I gotta get a song from him before he leaves. He's in town for a couple days. Can you please come to the studio?" Oh man, all right, I ain't doing nothing. And to me, the studio like the club, because you got music, you bring your drinks, and you're just in there with a couple of people that, like, that's how I am anyway. When I go to the club, I'm always with a couple people I want to be with, drink some music. So I was like, all right. So I hit him up. He said, yeah, he spoke to her. So basically I arranged it, because those two both wanted me to be there, because you know how when you have two people that's cool with one person, but they're not really too familiar with each other, they need that other person there to like bridge the gap, to make it feel comfortable for everybody. So I went, and what's funny is that she actually like thanked me afterwards, like, "Thank you very much for coming, because I wouldn't have came if you wouldn't have came." I'm like, "Why wouldn't you have come?" She's like, "I just don't know. I just wouldn't have came. If you would have said you couldn't come, I wasn't coming." Wow. I'm like, damn. I said, look what we all got done. In 2 days, got done 7 songs. Like,
wow.
7 hits.
I can't wait to hear them.
No.
Real.
Listen, now I said, I'll be like, hey, I listen, I got an ear, and the first song he played, like, okay, we was waiting for her. I think she was trying to make sure I was really there. First song he played, he was so anxious to play it when he listened to it, and I was like, damn, this is good, like, this fit her. And then he was like, we got to get her to cut it tonight. And I was like, all right. So she comes in. She's like, all right, I can write something to it and get it done, whatever. She did that shit so motherfucking quick. And then it was like, damn, because I got there like 8:15. She came like an hour later, like 9:15. And then we was in there and we just chilling. He was like, well, I got some more stuff, because she got done so fast. And we went through like a couple more songs, and then next thing I know, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh. And we were like, oh, well, it's time to go. Like, but she got done like 4 songs that night, and she jumped back up the next day and tried to go like, more midday because she knew Monday she started 99 Jams, the morning show. So she wanted to be there like more of like the afternoon vibe because that time goes so fast. So she went in there and 3 more songs, and every song that I could say was everybody liked it. And you know what's funny is at a certain point she was trying to do like she always like to do these ballads like this. Here we go, this shit with Keisha Cole like that. No. And KD co-starred with me too, because he was like, oh, I got a record, Chris Brown's on the hook, a slow song. I'm like, no, do that shit some other time. Not right now. We got enough of those from you. Put us back in the club, talk shit, like all that type of shit. Like, get us back to that, Trina. So
I think that's
she definitely did it. She definitely is a hard worker and a pretty fast worker, I didn't realize. And I'm excited about the songs that she got. Shit.
I know, I'm excited to hear them too.
Yeah, no, I'm real excited. She got a song with the City Girls too. And yeah, just so happened, Carisha, Young Miami, I became friends with her because Little Kim was trying to reach out to her. She ended up on Kim's album. And Kim and Fendi called me and was like, damn, Mr. Miami, why you never introduced us to the City Girls? JT was still away, so she wasn't able to reach. So I know Carisha, she was coming to my house with Juicy and all them, that's Juicy's brother's baby mama.
Yeah.
So I just reached out and she, we talked and then I put them, we all was on like a 4-way or 3-way, I guess. I don't know if Fendi and Kim was together or not, but they both was on the phone and me and Young Mike was on the phone with them. And that's how I linked her with Kim. So then that's where you started seeing Kim pop up places with her. And they ended up doing a song together. And then so I had her number still, so when Trina did the record, I texted her and I gave her a heads up. J2 was already on the hook of the song. And then she sent her email. I sent it to Bird. Got this. I need my points on these songs. That's all I'm trying to say.
You better get that credit.
Man, no.
Put your name somewhere.
But definitely that's part of it.
Somewhere on the album cover.
We discussed all that already too, because Bird kept saying like, Mac, I'm doing this for you, so you make sure they give you the credit.
Make sure he trying to take it over him. Make sure they do all of that. But yeah,
is what it came to.
That's good that you did for Berg and Trina. You put them together, but I saw you also at the hospital too.
I went to the hospital. My friend Jazz, she kind of helped me put that together. Went to the Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital on Monday. Visited some kids that were ill, but they're excited to see different people and come through. So I took time out of my day to go by there and visit kids. And I like the setup because it looks like a theme park almost, and it's set up like that because like when they go into like different like X-ray machines or they gotta get an MRI and all that, it's set up like it looks like a ride, but it's set up to kind of take their mind off of what's actually going on. So it cheers them up too. So I get what they're doing, and I kind of like it because it just definitely takes their mind off of really why they're there, and it was kind of creative to me when I actually was looking at it. So yeah, that was dope too, and I was able to learn a lot too.
That's really good. No, I'm glad to see when we're doing things like that for the community too. Not just, we don't just be in the streets. As people think.
You gotta balance. You gotta have balance. So balance.
No, my week was pretty light. I've been crying every day and every night. My daughter's in Mexico.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
No, I haven't been crying, but I haven't been crying every day.
Passing for 18, taking shots of tequila.
But I know, right, out there wilding out. No, Naya's actually on a missionary trip. Yeah, don't look at me like that, because my kid does as I say, not as I do. Yeah. My kid is the opposite. I raise great kids, right? Yeah. And so she's out there feeding like the town. She's out there like at the schools volunteering.
How long did they
They're building things. They were there for 6 days, so she'll be back sometime Sunday.
Okay.
Supposed to be like Sunday evening right now, so so I gotta be around for that. But yeah, she's out there helping to rebuild homes and do some stuff, painting. I saw a painting the other day. I was like, oh, so you could help me out here. You could really do some stuff, huh? But, that's cool. It's cool, but it was hard for me to let her go. I actually registered her. She's paid for, and then I backed out for months. I was like, oh, you're not going. Like, because I was like, remember those people got killed on their way back to the airport? Like that family of 9, and 6 of them were kids. I was like, Mexico is just dangerous. I mean, My family's from Belize. We've had more than one person be held up by the cartel out there, just driving through Mexico to get back home to Belize, right? And so I was just like, it's just getting worse and worse. Maybe I shouldn't let you go while I'm not with you. Not because I can save you, but because I don't want to be separate from you if anything were to go down. And she was like, okay, I understand. She was fine with it. And then the pastor called me, everyone called me, and they were just like stressing me out. And they spoke with me, and I was just like, okay, I get it.
They made you feel comfortable.
Yeah, they made me feel way more comfortable. And so she ended up going. So literally the day before the trip, I had to do everything because it was 2 days before that I decided to let her go, which was crazy. So the day before I was out doing everything, and it was sad. I thought I was gonna cry. I didn't
That's
cry.
a good experience for her though. So now
she was like, thank you for letting me go. Like she be sending me pictures. It's cute. She's doing a lot. I mean, I'm proud of her.
Some, right?
Yeah, I posted some. I had a lot to post, but I just didn't want to like OD. But I'm proud of her. I'm really proud of her. But with that said, I mean, London's trying out for track. I'm just on mommy mode right now.
Look like she fast.
Yeah, she is fast as fuck too, man. She is. She is. I can't never catch that little nigga. But yeah, so she's trying out for track, and I think she's gonna be a star.
And then you also went to Jared's comedy show.
Oh yeah, I went to our friend's comedy show. That was funny because I was scared that he was not gonna be funny. So I was nervous.
What?
He's here. He's actually here.
What?
So I was nervous. Okay, so Jared and I.
Nervous for him?
No, I was nervous. Yeah, well, I mean, I was nervous for him. Yeah. So Jared and I are super cool, but. So, we could be on the phone for hours, honestly. But I think he's funny. He thinks I'm funny, but I'm not a comedian, So I didn't know how this was gonna work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he even told me a joke beforehand, and I was just like, okay. So I was nervous, and I was so happy when I got there. Though Grace went with me, and we went, and he was so funny. He did a really good job. Shout out to you, Jared. You did a good job.
All right, you got another show coming up, I believe, in January.
You're funnier than I thought.
January 23rd?
January 23rd.
Okay.
In Miami.
This is Doral.
In Doral.
At the Improv.
Oh.
So I'm definitely making my way down there.
Yeah.
Because I had to go to, it was a Super Bowl meeting for Boom's Cup.
Yeah, okay.
Remember I came up
yeah,
to
I know,
you at that time? Yeah, so he put together a concert as well.
Right,
yeah.
right.
He's been a celebrity basketball game and a concert, so he wanted everybody to meet with him on Sunday for dinner, and it was at 8 o'clock at the Hard Rock, so we met, and he also had everybody like kind of network too, like, because we all knew him.
Yeah, but you didn't know each other. That's dope.
They had a girl, a lady, she was there. She knew me, but you know how you kind of act like you know them back, but I really don't. Yeah. Don't remember. She has a show called Dining with Divas. So she was like, you and your co-host, y'all should come. Like, and you basically just go to like an exclusive, they pick out like a different place, a restaurant, and you just talk about it. You talk with the chef, you just eat, and you just talk about it.
That sounds cool. When are we going to do that?
She's going to let me know when. It's on the CW network here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so
speaking of, you said that you pretended to know her back, so wait, I have to backtrack. So Grace was with me. So we're at the comedy. We walk into the comedy show, and Jared's brother is there, right? So I know his family. I know his mom.
Oh my God.
And so we walk in, and his brother's like, Meek. So I was like, Meeka, you got tickets? I said, yeah, I'm good. Like, I guess his brother just wanted to like say something to me. So I said, okay, yeah, I got tickets. I'm here. I got tickets, right? So he's like, all right, cool. So we like, all right, cool, We just talking to him, just vibing. And then he goes, his mom is with him, right? And he says, you know my mom, right? I was like, yeah, I know your mom. She was like, I can't make this shit up.
Oh, she ain't playing off.
So I said, it was a long time ago, because now I'm embarrassed as fuck. Because Grace is there. Grace knows I don't met his mama. He knows I know his mother. Like,
and I know you from where?
Elementary school. Like, oh, you did.
I don't know you, man.
You did. And she had a friend with her too, so now I'm really looking stupid. So I was like, yeah, it was a long time ago, real fast, real quick meeting, real whatever. And I was like, damn, I was like, you know how people try to play those? She didn't even try. She was like, and she gave me the look. She was like she looked confused the whole time. The whole time, right? So then we walked in. I said, yeah, I didn't want to go in. I wasn't gonna play myself and going for no hug. So I was like, it was a long time ago. Yeah. Okay, bye. And then after that, I was like, I'm not even walking in with this boy because now I'm so embarrassed, right?
I would have walked.
So it was just like a long time ago, but it was just funny because then later on he was like, oh yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I remember like just some other shit, lying. He tried to lie to me.
But you packed on the pounds.
Yeah, he was like, oh, who? I guess later on she asked who I was, right? And he said, you don't remember Meeka? You met her by my whatever. And she was like, oh, she got thick. But then she said she looked good. She looked good. I don't know if he added that in there, but I'm gonna take that. And I was just like, oh, okay. I think he's just trying to make me feel better.
Okay.
But we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back. We have some trending topics and we have a special guest for you guys coming in. And I love her. I hope you guys love her too.
Here at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so she'll be here soon. All right, welcome back to Mac and Meeka Live. And we have a special guest.
She got us on her live too.
We have a special guest.
Just Blaze.
What's up, bitches? Oh, you can curse on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's of course.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us. So, one thing I noticed, because I feel like, all right.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but why my feet ain't touching the ground?
There's dangling. Hey. One thing I noticed though, besides you being on Love and Hip Hop, was actually outside of that, you're actually really talented.
Thank you.
Like she plays the piano, and she actually has a great voice.
Violin, guitar, bass guitar, drums, yeah.
All that?
I play 6 instruments.
How you learn how to do all that? You had to learn at a young age, though.
Yeah, I was like 6. I'm 29 now, so it was when I was like 6. By the time I was like 8, I was playing like both Beethoven, Mozart, Wolfgang. I just liked music, so I liked hearing stuff. I know if somebody get mad, I know when somebody faking something, I listen to it in the tempo when they talking. Like I don't know, I have a passion for it. Yeah.
Man, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned that more once I started following you on Instagram.
Yeah, I think when people start seeing my social and stuff, and then they see me in person, they're like, "Oh, you're totally different." No, I'm still that person.
Yeah.
I'm just a
When I
better
need to be.
person.
However,
When I need to be. Oh, you know what?
however, I do have talent, and I want y'all to, I'm gonna showcase it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. Shit, I was impressed. Like,
Thank you. I think the greatest thing about like with the music showing people is that they're like shocked, or either if they don't know about me, then they know, and then they're like, oh, this is cool. Like, oh shit, she has talent. So
yeah.
I'm not here in this world to argue with people about trying to change their mind and their assumption of me. If you think I'm a drug dealer, okay. If you think I'm a ratchet, alright. You think I'm a prostitute, that's cool. You think I can sing, okay, cool. I'm not gonna argue with you because my opinion is still it's not gonna change with what you think about me.
Right.
So it is what it
You ain't
is.
living for everybody else. You
I damn sure not after last night. Yeah, look, last night was crazy. But I like Miami. It's dope.
Miami has some good energy.
I'm getting a second place out here. I'm already
Oh,
talking
for
to a real estate agent, yeah. I just want a little studio apartment just to be
Yeah.
out here. Because I feel like the more that I'm out here, the more that, I can get stuff
And
done.
a lot of people pass through here too.
Yeah, a lot
So.
of people like me. I like y'all too.
And I don't feel like you come here that often.
I don't. I used to live out here.
How long
Shout
ago?
out to Tip Drill. Well, around that time where dancing was really popping.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where it
So
was
I'ma tell
like
you,
Tip
shit,
Drill
I used to
was
be in there
Miami,
then.
Bazzani in Miami. Then
Yeah.
it was me, Malaya Michelle, the Just Britney, the you know what I'm saying, like H-Town Sierra in Houston. Like
Yeah.
everybody had their it girls. Like it kind of died down, but because now we're leveling out, so I don't know who the newbies are, but yeah,
There
around
is
that time.
like I ain't gonna say there is none, but there isn't nobody who really made a name.
Ain't nobody that was rocking. Ain't nobody fucking with the team that we had that was at that time. Ain't nobody.
At that time, y'all had a team, but I just feel like
it was just different cities.
Cause I know Lisa Rogers a lot from Houston.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Lyric and all them too.
Yes,
so I remember all them
it was
too.
Miracle Watts, Lyric Galore,
yeah,
like
so
all
them had they cities and they certain people that you would go check for. And then Miami had Tip Drill Hair, but you had like Pinky, you had
Red,
Freaky Red, you had with the Mohawk.
Spider, you got Spider.
Yeah, so everybody has certain people, but right now
it's quiet.
I don't know if there's too many people whose name is ringing bells when like you talk about certain cities.
Yeah.
Where are you based at?
I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in Atlanta now, and then I'm pushing over to Miami, and then my last goal is to get a place in LA. So I've been slowly just.
I love LA.
I love LA too. I love LA, honey. I love LA.
Where are you originally from?
I was born in Valdosta, Georgia, Moody Air Force Base. I'm an Air Force kid, and I lived in every state, I think.
Damn,
I lived overseas. I lived,
So how was that growing up to?
Actually,
well, basically, you have to get out your comfort zone to like
I'm
keep meeting new people.
I'm glad
so
it was
helps.
like that because I traveled since I was a baby like that, and then when I was a dancer, I traveled to over 1,000 cities. And so now that I'm a musician, I went back to all the cities that I've been to and stuff like that, and they just like kind of just rock with me regardless. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't mind traveling. I don't have kids right now, so I guess when I do, that will probably slow. No, I'm lying. They'll definitely be on the jet with me. I ain't gonna try to play like that. I'm like, you don't have to come on. But yeah, so that's what
I like your work ethic. I mean, when you got here, you was like, I'm trying to work.
Look, what's going on? Because you know what,
Like,
people not gonna be all the way real. My booking fee right now is $5,000. If the person can't agree with that, we'll go down to $2,000. And this is what people be afraid to say, and I'm not afraid to say it because regardless of bookings, I still get money.
Yeah.
So it's like if a person is giving you multiples and you're new to that city, even though people know me, I'm gonna take it because I need to be seen. And then when I get there, I'm gonna know the DJ. I'm gonna give him a drop. I'm gonna give him my single. I'm gonna learn about 2 bartenders that's there. I'm gonna learn about who's the owner of that person.
You be in there working.
I like to work, so I build a team in every city because I don't want to be like, damn, where is this person? Or, damn, where is this at? I don't know. I ain't got time for that. I like money.
All right, so I just started like a little booking agency, right? So I used to book people like not by mistake, but just because I was just cool with them, whatever. But I said, okay, let me start a little booking thing. And some people don't even want to move. They just be like,
oh no, I don't want to meet and greet. Everybody know I don't drink. Like I drink on social.
But you got natural energy though.
Yeah, like but when they give me them bottles, I'm trying to pass them out. I'm trying to.
We gonna drink for you.
Yeah, like you. They. I don't even think I need to.
No, it's fine. But we gonna drink for you. Don't worry about it. But what I'm saying is your energy is just magnetic. So you're one of those people like he was just saying, like he's booked people, and I know because we're there.
Well, we were there because we go a lot of times.
We know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know
There's
what's
more than
going on.
we're talking about one specifically right now. But and we were like, come on, man, like come on, we did
dance a little bit.
See, the crazy thing about it is Mac and I have both done TV, so I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mac and I have both done TV, so we know that you still gotta kind of like socialize. You may not even want to be there, but you gotta socialize. You gotta whatever. So just to hear you say, you're saying you're going above and beyond.
And
that's dope.
To them,
that's dope.
I'm not trying to.
That's going to make them want you to come back.
Yeah, like I need the person to see me. I need you to know who I am. I need you to know what's going on. Like last night, I went to the wall, and when I got there, I couldn't find the promoter, which is so crazy. After I text you,
because you weren't listening.
I walked up to the front.
His name is Justin.
I went up to the front, and then they was like, one of the security guards was like, "You can't come in unless you're on the list." So another security guard looked. He was like, I be wanting to say, I'm a Gemini.
I get along with Gemini. I'm a Libra.
I ain't gonna do that shit today. It's June 10th, 1990. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. And then when I said I wasn't gonna do it, the other security guard was like, Jhonni Blaze. I'm like, hey, he's like, nah, she good. So walked in there, ordered some ones. They ended up having my section right in the DJ booth. Nope, I was focused on all types of other shit. And I started throwing ones. The DJ and me a click, and I gave him a DJ shout out this morning.
And she did. She asked me for the DJ.
Yeah, like I'm so big on that. Like when I dropped my single recently, I've always been doing it, but I did it really, really big where I was just like, I have over like 4,000 DJ numbers in my phone.
You
And I
doing
just
shit
go
that a lot of
down
people
this.
ain't doing.
So now when I see other artists and I'm like that I know that don't have management or PR and stuff, I put them in a group. And like Pandora and me are really cool in Atlanta, the building in the Pandora. So they're like, yo, if you have artists that you know, let us come through, and I'll put the information of Pandora. Or if it's a listening party that got sent, hey, submit for this so you can get your
that's dope, 'cause
RSVP.
you
Or
helping other people
if
too.
it's this, or this is how you get bigger streamers by doing this. Or it's just, I like to help people. Like that's how,
good.
it's not about getting your blessings back, but that's what makes me feel good.
No, that's
Because
Yeah.
nobody did it for me.
You know what's
Right.
so crazy? No, I mean, it's crazy that you're doing it because you want to do it.
Right.
I feel like some people do it for the exact reason that you just said. They want to get their blessings back. No, the fact that you're doing it just to do
Yeah,
it,
'cause
that's
then-
dope as fuck.
yeah,
Like, that's really, really dope.
Then I get to see them, like, I'll look up and all of a sudden somebody has used something, a photographer I gave her something,
Yeah.
I'm looking, I'm like, oh, your pictures look dope, who took them? They're like, this person. I'm like, oh, I gave you that person. Or if they go to Pandora and now their streams are like 20% through the roof. And I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. And it's not even acknowledging. I don't ask them to shout me out. They naturally.
But they'll always
and
remember
it makes
that.
me feel so
Right.
good. Yeah. So
And
that's
the-
really cool.
The fact that you do it and a lot of people, the fact that you do it, you don't have to. And then the fact that you do it and a lot of people won't do it. They know that, they recognize that, so
I
that's
have a
dope.
lot of people that haven't been doing like the shout outs with DJs. Like they'll hit me up. My friend, shout out to Necessary. She's like, I'm about to drop my EP. I know you got that list of 4,000. I was like, yeah, I'm about to send it over to you. Like I like people that ask me stuff.
Yeah.
I always like try my best to find things to help people, and it's cool because you're not taking money out my mouth.
You're not,
I'ma
that's what
make
people
my
have to
money
realize.
regardless. I don't give a damn.
They gonna
I'm
like
gonna
you
make
regardless,
my
like you
money.
wanna do you regardless, like you know what I'm saying? But along the way, if you're able to help somebody else, and guess what? And they ass make it up there too, and then y'all can be up there
Yeah, it's
together,
just
and
like,
it's like
remember when
shit.
we was
Exactly, like that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Helping somebody's
all
not gonna
about
hurt you.
it. I always tell people every day you should at least meet 25 people that don't know you. Your Uber driver person that gives you your change back. Hey, check out my single, I'm Jhonni Blaze. Like, it's just you don't know what the outcome will be when you do certain things. It's not because, like, I pray before I pick up my phone. Like, things happen. Like, what you say out your mouth is important because, man, that tongue is vicious.
Very.
I wouldn't say try because that means you fail, but I do my best to make sure that I do that. And I don't think people know that about me, which I don't really mind. But the more that I'm getting plugged, like, hey, you want to do this interview? Yep. You want to do this? We
Yeah.
only got 200 followers. I don't care. Yep. You want to do this interview over here? Yeah. I want to do all that because it starts circling around. And now I'm doing more podcasts,
everywhere.
more interviews. I like it. I love it. Trust me, like I've been going through it this morning, and I'm just like, I am now learning to, like, switch it. Like, even though I'm upset about this, I'm not gonna bring it into this because that person didn't deserve it. Like, I'm just now learning that. Like, that's probably like me
But that's
3
growth.
months in of. And I'm still learning it, but it's getting there. You know, it takes
You're a
time.
work in progress, and it's growth. So, I mean, you just want to learn, as you go through different experiences, you'll just learn how to handle them and deal with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's dope. We done learned a lot about her this quick, right?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Whatever weed I got down here, boy, I'm high as a bitch. I know my legs front lifted from last night. I don't give a damn. Man, look. I don't know what y'all had. Cause that's the only thing I do. I'm a recovering addict for 7 years, about to be 8, and I barely can drink, and all I do is smoke weed. So whenever the fuck I out of here last night, boy, that shit trickled over to today. I'm sitting here like this, like I can't even see you motherfuckers. I'm the bitch.
Well, I'm actually glad you came because I feel like, you know, Mac doesn't understand this because you know, I feel like you and I maybe were vilified. No. I feel like he's an athlete. Athletes don't understand. Athletes, they're always loved. Everybody loves them back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like getting to know you and you just coming, I'm so glad you came. It's like how people say to me, same thing she said, oh, you're different in person. Yeah, bitch, I am. Oh, they showed you what the hell they want to show you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna leave first before you leave because I know you about to be late. I said nope. So if my lace front lifting this shit, I don't give a fuck. I got here on time.
No, I'm so glad you came because like your spirit is so different. You know, I know I'm familiar with you from both your shows, but most recently was Growing Up Hip Hop, Atlanta and everything. And I saw you working with Deb
I'm
and
going
Brandon.
on one of them. I can't say.
You are? Okay. Well, are you still working with Deb?
No, but me and her is still cool.
No, I mean, she seems like a super dope
that's
person.
like my second mom. Like, we're super dope. She still gives me advice. She's still in my business, which I don't mind. Because she be looking at stuff like, yo, that's not right.
Yeah. But she's coming from a place of love, though. She's coming from a place of love.
I love Deb. Like, that's my heart. You know, I always told her once I get myself in position, which is happening now, and the deals are on the table and stuff, I was like, I can never forget you, because there's certain things that how I operate came from her. So
you know, it's so crazy because I'm looking at it like, you know, I feel like reality TV sometimes they want to spin their own spin, which is fine.
Everything you see on me on TV was real.
No, but what I'm saying is sometimes they want to show what they want to show. No.
Take that shit outside. Take it outside.
They have an interview on VH1 where Peter Guns, Tara, Rich Dog, all of them was like, yo, she really told the people don't edit nothing. So, but she don't give a damn. She don't care if the cameras is around, because that is reality. That is real.
Well, the reason why I even said that though is because I was glad that Deb, they kept her like as real as she was. It was still a loving place for everybody.
I didn't understand it back then, but now I do, so that's why me and her communicate. We talk, but I definitely understand it now. So now going back on TV, which I can't tell you which one, but this,
There's always a little growth with going back on TV.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know if this mic like me. I promise you, this mic do not like me. It's just hitting me on.
It's me. It's not the
it was me too. Because when I had it like this, I was like. I know how to hold it. I know I can hold this shit.
Because it's not as big. It's not as big.
Oh no, I've seen something like that. This is the shape like this. I ain't gonna put your ass up. Let your ass slide, guys.
We can't even give light to the
get the
ones
first
on the
letter
side.
though. D, you know you shape like that, little ass nigga.
Pinky dick. We're not gonna bring light to them no more, cause we had a whole show.
Well, with a
about
light, you can't even.
Mac was mad as hell at me, like, can y'all change the subject? No, but no. Speaking of trending topics and things like that, I'm glad you up here early because we wanted to talk about some things. Okay. And the first thing I want to talk about though, before we talk about anything else, is I was watching The Real. And Lonnie Love was talking about black men just can't be faithful. Now,
slavery or something.
I don't know.
But guess what?
Listen.
Yeah, she said that. She said that.
That's what she said.
But it ain't just black men that cheat. Because, I mean, white men
That's what I was going to say.
I'm going to tell you.
So what is your take on that?
I have dated all races. Like, I don't care. But it has nothing to do with men. Women cheat too. And I'm not about to be...
Thank you for saying that.
Them sluts.
Them sluts. I was one of them sluts. Actually, I've never cheated. Actually, I take it back. I've never cheated. I've always cheated after they did something foul to me. So I don't believe. Yeah, like I'm just a kind-hearted person. Like, all right, I'm gonna take you back. But with that, as far as that, how do I put this? You got 80 years to live. After 50, or maybe for some 40, they would consider, this is where I live my life. And then you die. There's no duplication of you, right? So you're going to live your best life. I never understood how, like, for example, Kris Jenner and them, how she didn't know that he was going to become who he was. That means I feel like my opinion is that you didn't sit and you didn't learn your spouse. You didn't learn your friendship. You didn't learn your best friend, your lover, and therefore that's why you do not know when they pop out the closet and say I'm gay. It's like, what? How come I didn't know what the whole world did?
I'm a whole woman.
So this is what I feel. If you know you're a cheater and if you know you like bitches, you need to find a bisexual girlfriend. You can't make somebody become something that they're not ready to be. And I feel like us as women, because we're emotional, some are hardcore as hell, but a majority of women are emotional, which I am one of them people. We want them to be something, and we want to put them at this high standard that we don't realize that can also cause situations and friction in the relationship. So with me, with my relationships, I feel like I don't believe that, it's just black men cheat. Anybody can cheat.
Right.
It's what the eye see. If I see the nigga look good, but I know I have somebody, I'm a little different, I'm not gonna look. Now if it's a bitch, I like girls, so it's cool, you know what I'm saying? So for me, being
and honestly, guys ain't gonna be as mad
for me,
if they feel like it's a girl.
even when it's a girl that's bisexual, you have a guy, and now you're thinking they won't cheat, they'll still cheat because it's not enough. You're not here on earth to please people. You're just here to win and make a statement before you go that will be everlasting.
Yep.
That is your main job. And whoever comes along with you in your life, that is a special bonus. They wasn't put there in the first place to be in your life, so if they're there, they gotta be special, and you gotta make them know that they're special to be there. So with the cheating thing, I just don't believe in it. I mean, it's not just men, it's women.
I agree.
It's both. You're gonna cheat, you're gonna do what you wanna do. It could be a fucking gun to your head. They gonna do what they wanna do. It's up to you to decide which person is best for you, that fits for you. So I don't believe that just black men cheat.
No, it's not.
Everybody.
Yeah, I agree with Jhonni
You
with
look
that
at
one.
somebody is cheating.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. I was like, why she calling out just black men? Because I feel like
And then the way she was breaking it down, like, okay, we're not used to having a home and a family.
Asian
Yeah.
men.
Because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta think about it this way too. Like the stereotype of what people think in black society is we're
Right.
on WIC, we on Social Security,
Yeah.
we don't
Single
have
parent homes.
bad credit. We people, black men cheat and they have all these kids, but then you gotta think about it. What about that small percentage that is not like that?
Right.
Yep.
And then you go and you say, oh, this black girl's trying to be white because she had this perfect. No, that's just her life.
That's what
Some
she
people
is.
have perfect family. Like my parents were separated, but I looked at love, and I'm such a love hoe that I looked at my grandparents and I seen them. Yeah, I'm a love hoe. I'm proud to say that. That means that you just you're infatuated with love.
Yeah.
So I seen my grandparents together for 40 years.
I'm a
Right.
I'm a love hoe.
I wasn't one, but I'm gonna be one. I'm gonna be one now. This year, 2020, I'm a love hoe. I need love. I need love. Cause I was lonely yesterday, so I need love.
It's more of like I watched my grandparents be together. They were 40 plus years, and now when I see them, when I go to visit them, they're like, Carol, you done put too much salt in your damn macaroni, so now they sleep in the other rooms. I'm just like, so I think that's so dope because they're not going to divorce. It's just a little fight, and then together, and I've always, through everything I've been through, I've seen that. So with my relationships, all the Maxicans can probably say, no, she just overly crazy, like loving. Like if you do something wrong, that's just it for her.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning to deal with that and to make it better. But I feel like if I love you and I care about you, you should at least appreciate that, because it's people that will be with you because of money, because of everything. I got my own money. And I don't think people really sit and think about relationships the right way that it's supposed to be.
I appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to even acknowledge where you need to grow and making those attempts to say, all right, this area I need to.
I fucked up last night. I swear I had a potential day last night. I was talking to my kid.
She said no. She said no, baby.
Do not curse, click. I'ma curse this nigga out.
Now, right
And it's just,
now.
I'm still growing, you know what I'm
But
saying?
you know what you said? One thing that you said that struck me just now was, you know, we're going over a little bit on before our intermission. But one thing you said, no, because that was important, that, you know, and you and I are similar in this part. You said that I don't need shit. Like, I got my own money, so if I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, because
and so I've had that with a few people. It's like, I got my own shit, so if I'm really I will talk to you, but if I'm really fucking with you, I'm really fucking with you. I don't want nothing from you. And the fact, and if we can't make that work, then it's a problem. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, because at the end of the day, it's like, you don't really come across people like us that are genuinely wanting to get to know you and wanting to fuck with you. Because these other people, they want a whole lot, but I don't even need nothing. But I'm trying to fuck with you.
And even the ones
Don't try to meet me later tomorrow, because I might want something. Don't think that because I said that I didn't want nothing before, that I don't want nothing tomorrow. This was with those other niggas, okay? With the new niggas, I might want something. So don't try to come at me tomorrow. I'm just saying.
That is the truth. That is the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah, but we're going to take a quick one.
We'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back. She said it. Close us out. We'll be back in 3.
What's up? This your girl Jhonni Blaze, and I'm here on this wonderful podcast. I'ma fuck with y'all. I'ma fuck with you. I see you later. Hey, can I have a drink and a blunt?
We'll be back. Mac and Meeka live. Follow us, Jhonni Blaze live at Mac and Meeka live.
And welcome back to Mac and Meeka live.
Yes. We have a beautiful guest here, but before we even say hi to her again, we gotta thank Toast Vodka. We gotta thank Repent Hangover Cure.
So make sure you have the hangover.
Just yet.
You gotta try
Drink
my.
all that
I know you don't
Toast.
really drink, but shit.
man.
I got a hangover cure, and it work in 20 minutes.
Yes.
It's called Repent. Right.
I know what's going down.
Put some in her bag.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, from here.
Technical difficulties.
That was a beat about
That was my microphone too.
What the happened?
That should be. Thank you.
Okay.
And you know, from here we're gonna go support Johnny at Studio 183.
She's hosting.
We're gonna go over there and moonwalk. She hosting tonight, so we're gonna make sure we go over there.
Let me go glue down my lace front.
James, so I'm just not on at all? That's what we're doing? My mic is like hello.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just loud though. I'm loud as fuck. Okay.
There we go.
So we just gonna turn down my mic.
It sounded nice.
Oh
but
my God.
No, so from here, okay.
Something.
Oh, that's why.
Alright,
Okay.
that's why. Okay, I
We gonna be talking at this level.
for the rest of the night. But no, we gotta go show up and show out. for
Yes,
Johnny.
of
Yeah.
course. Studio 183.
Studio 183.
I'm there. I'm turned up.
We there like the fair too.
Man, look.
It looked like this in there. So when
It
you
do.
go there,
It's the same people that own it. They own this. So it's easy for us. It's the easy transition. Listen, the floor there light up a little bit. The ceilings be having stuff hanging, and then they got the whole back, the city of Miami behind us. So you like, well, damn, I feel like I just was there.
I know. And she gonna be like, why we
This looks
drive?
familiar.
Why we drive here?
I don't know if you know where you at though, but so this is a strong arm studio. So this is Freezy and Flo Rida studio. So this is right downstairs.
I will be in here.
So that's whose club it is. It's Freezy and Flo Rida are partners,
Girl, yeah.
and that's Freezy's club. So that's who's one who booked you tonight was Freezy. And this is him and Flo Rida's establishment, and they work together, they're partners. And then Freezy is the brother of E-Class, who E-Class is the one who started like Rick Ross and everybody else. So it's all, so guess what you did? You met all one family, and you'll probably see Freezy tonight, and then make sure you network with Freezy.
Make sure you know.
If you don't network with nobody else, you better network with Freezy.
With the boss man.
Right. If you get one chance at anybody, you better go to Freezy.
Wait, Mac. Freezy came upstairs. I was like, boss man's here. Run around, y'all clean up. Boss is here. She was like, damn, girl. I was like, if the boss is here.
But they're good people. They give back to the community. They have a football league with kids and everything. That they give them A1 shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, travel uniforms, everything. They teach them discipline. They do a lot in the community here. He has this whole warehouse, and then the one next door, they build furniture. They build a whole bunch of shit. They employ a lot of
houses, they
black
build.
people, like, you know, and give people jobs and stuff like that. So they doing a lot in the community, and I feel like they need to be recognized a little bit more. A lot bit more.
A lot of it.
They do a lot.
No, they don't.
Down here, they do a lot. And then open that club, because they just opened the club last year. And they just bring everybody in to host and to allow the city to see.
Swear to God.
What?
That Chinese restaurant.
They do called, it's called,
I just
is it
found that
Hong
out.
Kong or something? They do. Got Chinese.
Some hustlers.
It is. It's something, I forget what it's called, but yeah, like, they from right out here in Miami. They from right out of Carroll City. Right where the club is at. It's called Miami Gardens now, but shit, and they employ everybody in there. Like, they just give people a lot of opportunity, so I respect them.
That's dope.
It's like,
That's dope.
so we're gonna go into these trending topics. The things that we seen this week, we want to hear other people input, we want to hear your input, some people from the audience. Like one of the things I read today, I seen about Harvey Weinstein once again.
What about him?
Got charged, you know, he had already had
The
just...
man that got, okay, I know.
Yeah, and it was already supposed to be dismissed, well, not dismissed, but over. He settled well, he just got charged again for another sexual assault crime. It's like, bro. Well, first of all, where were y'all at on the first one, y'all?
I feel like that person was like, wait till he get for that first one and bam!
I went by myself. I don't want it with everybody else. Right, I want to just be me, so I'm gonna just wait.
That baby, by the time they done with him, he was already on crutches, right, or something like that. He was about to be in a hole.
But wait, he had the nerve to say, I ain't wearing no ankle monitor, so charge me another whatever, and I'll pay that. Oh yeah, he told them people, you ain't put no ankle monitor on me, shit. I'll pay whatever the difference is, and shit. When you got it, you gonna spend that shit. He ain't want no ankle monitor, so he paid whatever it was, not to make sure he had one.
He ain't gonna know when he's assaulting the next bitch.
He don't want nobody. I was about to say that.
You ain't gonna prove I was nowhere.
I don't want you to know where I'm at, man. That's crazy. I am all jokes aside, I am a big, I'm a victim of human trafficking. I'm a victim of being molested from 15 to 17. So it's crazy because we see people in a certain light, but we don't know what they do behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? I could be sitting here, which I'm not, definitely not trying to do that. I'm not about that life. But I could be perfectly fine to your eye, but then have some secret, be a killer or something, like we don't know what these people might be doing. So when it gets to society, we have these opinions and we want to bash this person or whatever, but we don't know everything. We just see what we see. So if it is true, I mean, you did something. You deserve to go through what you're going through. I mean, there's so many damn women out here. I don't understand how people be sexually assaulting women, like underage girls and stuff. I never will understand it. I never understood it when it happened to me. I still don't understand it. It's just not cool. Let his little wheelchair ass go right back up in that court.
Well, since we're on that topic, another subject was about like R. Kelly's two girlfriends had a whole fight.
Yeah, they had a fight, and she said that.
And then one was like, "Well, I'm gonna just tell
I'm the minor. I'm the minor they've been sleeping with." Again, we only see what we see.
Right.
I met R. Kelly one time. He's never disrespected me. And see, this is the thing about me. I know I got a crazy background, right? Yeah. But if I don't do it to you, and if whatever I give to you, that's what I hope that you would see me as. So when I met him, it was nothing bad. There's nothing to take up for him. This is not to big him up. It's just what he gave me. Yeah. But as far as the things that's going on, it's because I'm such a big, I guess you could say advocate on it, that about sexual assault and being raped or molested or underage things going on, that it is wrong, but it shouldn't take a fight for you to actually say something.
Things,
You should know that it was wrong. You should have knew from the get-go. I knew when I was molested, I knew it was wrong, and I spoke about it, and it just is what it is. But everybody is different. I always say that the biggest fear in a human being is them being themselves. Besides, you should be only fearful of God, but people are fearful of being themselves because they fear that
they're not good enough.
Accept it.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something, if you don't mind, especially since you just brought that up. Because sex trafficking right now, it's like,
and it's in
it's rampant right now.
It's rampant.
I mean, Atlanta, you land in Atlanta right now? Because I used to live in Atlanta too. I mean, not from there, but I used to live there, so I go back there frequently. And when you land there, they have, was it Mayor Keisha Bottoms, right? She talks about just being careful, your Uber drivers, and everything like that, because it's
you
very
have Super Bowl coming up here, so it's becoming a thing now too.
Here too, but
Super Bowl,
out there,
it's
been crazy. Out there it was crazy already because it's just like, I guess it was crazy out there because also I think something was out there.
Super Bowl was there
that's what happened. Yeah, so ever since then I think it's just been crazy. But what I wanted to ask you is your opinion on Centoya Brown. This is going back, because this is something that always stuck with me. I never understood how this young lady got charged with murder and was sentenced for killing a man that was pimping her and raping her and just doing all these things. I know we can't change the past, but how do you feel about someone who was trafficked, someone who was held
and it kind of
against her own will, and basically stood on the ground being charged.
So, because in this society, I mean, it is what it is. We already see it in black and white that you kill somebody. So therefore, you're gonna need a charge. They don't care what it was. It doesn't look like it's not self-defense. If they don't have enough evidence back at that time, they're gonna just say you're wrong. So we're going to, yes, he's wrong for doing all the things he did, but at the end of the day, you're wrong because you killed him. So that's how society is. So, me personally. If my stepfather would have kept doing what he was doing to me, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason why me and my mother is close now is because I threatened him. I said, if you don't tell her the truth, then I was like 23, I'm 29. So I was like, if you don't tell, I'm gonna kill you. I said, I don't give a fuck who you tell. I'm gonna kill you. You're not gonna know when I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you in the worst way because you are separating my relationship with my mother. A month later, divorce. So I paid for it. So things are different. It's just certain things that are different. You know what I'm saying? People move a certain way. People react a certain way. So I personally think when people words bother me a lot. And the biggest thing in life right now is relationships when they messing with somebody's feelings, and then you see a lot of murders because of relationship stuff. That is like the number one thing that is out right now when you mess with people's hearts and feelings, because somebody could slap you, you might sit there and smile. Somebody slap me, I'm gonna shoot him. Somebody slap him, he gonna sit there and get him jumped. Everybody has a different reaction. Yeah. So her reaction was, I'm tired of you beating on me and using me. I have no way out. I have to do this. So me personally, I don't feel like she was wrong. When somebody is beating you and you feel like you have no other outlet but to get rid of you, there's no other choice, and then for society to say you're wrong is messed up. But the good thing is, God always got you, and she out, she married, and it's like a really cool thing to see her level up, and she's not no beef. She don't be in no mess. She just with her husband as a pastor. She's living life, and you can see, like you just, it's just, of course, it's not cool to take anybody's life, but when you're I'm a victim of being domestic violence. All of that. I got my nose reconstructed, my teeth redone because of somebody being drunk and being mean and not accepting that their girlfriend at the time is going to be somebody, and people will look at them, will look at you, and will say you're pretty, and then you're angry because of that. Like, that's what society doesn't want to accept, is when somebody else does something. They only care about, oh, but you killed them. You know what I'm saying? They don't see.
Well, what y'all don't know is on my dad's side, I have sisters, right? And a sister that's younger than me. I have 3 sisters. Yeah. So there's 2 older than me and 1 younger. My younger sister was in a relationship, and apparently and she can fight.
Them hands work.
But however, this is a guy.
Yeah.
And she was in a situation, this probably was about 14, 15 years ago. And she was in a situation with a guy, and he was hitting on her. Yeah. Never told nobody, never told my dad, nobody. And one night, he was hitting on her, and it was in the kitchen. She stabbed him one time, and he died. What? She went to jail. My sister went to jail. My dad
never told her this is exclusive, guys.
But no, I mean, that's my family, and I had put up money to for a court, her lawyer and everything and all that stuff. But she still had to serve time. She served about, I'm gonna say 7 years. But during that time, she had to. Her son had to stay with my dad. You know what I mean? He raised them. And she's out now, whatever, but I understand it. And that is something that's the first time y'all hearing it, but I understand it.
I understand a man is strong.
But women won't tell, sometimes women won't. You got my big ass and my dad too. Yeah. And you ain't telling us. Right, they don't ever want to tell.
When I told even my dad about, me being molested, I was hesitant because my dad had just beat a case. Not beat a case, he actually did years behind it, and it was just a lot. So my dad, by the time I was telling him half of the story of what my stepfather did with me, he was halfway from New York. He was halfway driving with my brother to Atlanta, to Florida. You gotta think about, it's not just about you. You gotta understand who you are attached to. You have a mom, you have a dad, you have brothers, and it's just a really up in the air type of situation with that. So. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll kind of look at it
okay, I wanted to ask her to.
Like, if you would have told us, maybe
exactly. So that's
beat him up and we could do something, but we had no flow.
Because Mac is like, Mac said, you got his big ass, you got his daddy.
But it'd be
Nobody
different.
tell nobody. But what made you know you got men in your life that would stick up for you? This is I'm asking. Because one thing I will say.
I don't never want to kill nobody, so I want them to suck.
Yeah.
I want them to be fucked up and suck.
No, one thing I will say, like, I've been through a lot of shit, but one thing I will say I am blessed to have never been through is some domestic violence shit. But I think it's because my brother fucking crazy. He's just crazy. Not even my father, he's in my life and everything. Like, my parents were married for 47, 48 years or whatever. But he's like from Belize. He's just like quiet or whatever. You know, he's stern looking, but he's not like that. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up type of nigga. Like, but my brother is, I'm gonna kill you kind of nigga. Like, my brother is a street dude. Been in and out, like, he's that guy. So guys never really mess with me like that, like, bother me. So for me, I always thought that was like my thing. Like, here, you fuck with me if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But so for me, I would use that. Like, I never said it, but I always knew, like, even with my ex-husband, with my ex-boyfriends, with anybody, I always knew, like, yo, you
can use that card. You can use that card. Yeah.
They know better.
See,
because my brother's crazy. My cousins are crazy.
So,
not even the ones that y'all know out here. I'm talking about my New York cousins.
no, but I want to know why you were hiding.
So that's what my question is
sister
now.
did.
So this is my question now. Me, I'm not hiding shit. My brother just did time. He ain't afraid to go back. What? Like, what would make? No, for real. No, this is a real question though for me.
Yeah.
Asking you like, what kept you from ever like telling someone close to your father or anyone like that you said was ready to come?
I really didn't know no better. I didn't understand what was happening to me because I was a child when it happened. I'm just like, because at that time I was at 12 years old. Well, I was 13. 13, I fell in a pool and knocked my teeth out, my two front teeth, and they gave me this high doses of codeine. So the thing was that I was hallucinating. That was like the thing that was like in my family. Like, there's no way in hell. And I'm just like, bro, there is no drug this strong to make me believe that this person is doing this to me.
Yeah.
That is feeling on me, putting damn makeup compacts under the door to watch me undress. Like, I still remember these things. You know what I'm saying? I still remember where it's knocking on the door and be like, I gotta use the bathroom. You can't wait till I get out of the shower. No, I have to use the bathroom. And then when he's using the bathroom, I'm showering. I wipe my eyes and I see a glance of somebody staring at me in the shower. Like, I don't make this up. I'm 29 years old. So when you know that what your family is capable of, once again, me being a love hoe, I love so much my family that I was literally afraid to tell them because I know what my family is capable of. You know, and I hide that because, yeah, it's cool, you know, when you say it and stuff, but you really don't want your family to be like, to snap, and then they like, well, if they crazy, your ass crazy too, which is true, but I've learned to downplay it. So it's just, if anybody's going through that type of stuff, they need to automatically tell. Because with me, it was difficult. It was very difficult.
So how do you suggest they build up the courage to tell? Because
snitch.
No, but I'm saying, but like,
what's his name?
But this is what I'm saying. Takashi. But you know what I'm saying, like, because it took time for you to like build that up and realize, like, you know what I mean.
We don't call it snitching anymore, Mac. We call it Takashi 6ix9ine. Just Takashi 6ix9ine on yourself.
T69.
We about to call it Takuchi. That's what we about to call it. Takuchi. I just, you know, I got tired of it. It was certain things that I just got tired of and I just told. So it's always good to tell when it's situations like that. Never hide stuff like that because you don't know how your life can change with all that going on.
And, you know, they can kind of scar you too because then you feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean?
Are you okay, this is so sidebar. This is not where Mac and Meeka Live goes. Ever. But do you talk to young girls? No, this is like, because I think that this is really important, especially like right now. You know, we'll get back to the trap shit later, guys. But like, no, for real, because like I have. I have 2 young daughters, and I think that this would be like really important.
I speak in Atlanta. I speak in Atlanta to my first school, which I was so excited. Ivy Middle School, and we did kindergarten to 8th grade. Then they separated in 6th grade to 8th grade, and I had to talk with them. And come to find out, 3 girls that the teachers didn't even know. They were like, I've been being molested, like I've been, raped and stuff, and we're just having this
They
conversation.
can open up to you because they feel like they can
Yes,
relate.
because I was talking, and I don't know if it's because everybody doesn't know I'm 5 feet.
I feel like some people don't know.
I'm like 5'1", 5 feet.
You're only 5'1".
Yeah. So when I go,
Your attitude made you at least
walked
5'6", 5'7".
Her big ass attitude, but her little ass body came
Right,
in.
ain't only 5'1".
When she walked in, I was like, she tiny as hell. That ain't her. That is not her.
so when they see me, I don't wear like a lot of makeup. I try to get my hair in a bun, and I probably look like a kid to them. So I don't know if it, and I'm starting to believe that because when kids see me, they're like, you're my height. you're like probably one of me. So they feel comfortable. I'm talkative, and they started talking, and I'm sitting here looking at the teachers like, how is it that I can have this conversation? Y'all don't have these type of talks in school?
I don't think they do.
Where it's like to where they feel comfortable to talk to me, and they don't see me. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they start talking to me, and then from there I was like, this is what I want to do. I answer a lot of DMs. Oh my God.
You should start a foundation about
so many.
this.
I really do.
I
do.
No, you can go on. You
I've
can
been
go on
just
the
trying
road.
to do what I can
No,
through
you
DM,
definitely
but it
can.
be so many people.
No.
I'll be like, bro, this is
You
like
have to start a
300
foundation.
messages.
But you have to start a foundation for this because you will be getting put on the road just to speak to people.
Speak to people. We're gonna speak it into existence.
Exactly.
But no, you really have to. Like I said, I'm the mom of 2 girls, and so I talk about things, and I'm like, oh, watch your back, this and that. I can only speak from like just street mentality in the sense of like my kids grew up different from me. So for me, like I watch doors, I watch my back. I never had my back to people. Like I just little things like that. But my kids don't get it, and I'm like, they're stealing kids, they're stealing girls. They don't want me, they want your ass. Like they don't want grown people. They want the young girl. You're the valuable one. You're the virgin. You're the valuable one, right? So I try to tell them this all the time. They don't really hear me. I'm telling you, like you talking to these girls,
For real.
like they really
They get it.
You need to start a 501c3.
Yeah. We gonna
We'll talk to you after. Look, not tonight, because tonight we partying at 183.
But we definitely.
But after that, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Yeah. Kedra got you. Where she at? Where she at? I don't know where she at. No, not Keita. Not Kedra. Her PR is in the bathroom. And Mac, everybody gonna like no. I think this is like the most amazing thing for you.
Yeah.
Like your spirit, no, for real. Like I don't fuck with her. Mac, no, I'm a mean girl.
She is a mean girl.
I'm a mean girl.
She's a mean girl.
We done. Alright, get this bitch off the stage. But your spirit is so dope. Like, but you've been through some shit, and for real, like talking to these
open
girls,
about it. You open to talk about it.
talking to girls, and just like getting them to like be more wary and just whatever. I think there's so much for you out there. There's so much shit ready for you.
People being fearful of themselves. I always tell people we all have our own clout. I've never been a clout chaser. I've never been afraid to be myself.
Right.
The biggest thing in the world is people cannot figure out how to do their own clout and make it big, so they jump onto something else and eventually
ride the wave.
It wears out because it's not them. I'm not one of the motherfuckers. I don't hang around bitches for a couple months just because they got a couple million followers.
I appreciate that.
Yes, we love that. We love that.
Can we get a round of applause for that shit? Shit.
No clout chasers on this couch.
You hang with people because you fuck with them, not because of like.
I literally been popping. I'm 29. I started at 17. I've never seen a year where I wasn't relevant, and it wasn't because I dated somebody or because of this. It's just me being me. Like how I got what they consider famous or whatever the fuck it is. I was being me. I had to cut some friends off that didn't even want to fucking go to Walmart to go get shit. I'm the person in the aisle 6 and somebody be like, hey Johnny, what you doing here? The same reason why you doing here. Like I love being how I am, and I know it would change the bigger I get, but I still want to have that moment where I'm able to talk to people and encourage them. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that.
What I'm gonna say is I feel like musically, you're dope. But I also feel like,
And she can sing.
speaking wise, you're even doper because you have a message and people can relate to. And you will be able to open up people to say, you know what? Shit they won't feel comfortable saying to their parents, they say to you.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to change a lot of lives that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like
No,
you
I
should
think
use
that's
both.
crazy. Like, you have not just the fact that you have the gift of gab, like you can talk and you can actually do it, but you've actually been through some shit.
Yeah.
So
But that's what people want.
They don't
Don't
wanna
tell me.
tell
Don't.
me about it.
I don't be around nobody who ain't been. You gonna tell me how to?
That's like the NFL combine, right? You got this old guy.
No, the
telling
rookie
you about
symposium. No, the rookie symposium.
Yeah. Oh,
They try to tell you how to act like. Yeah, got this money. You in the club. You supposed to just walk away. It's like, bitch, we been drinking, and then there's a whole bunch of shit going on,
I know
and
the
that shit
NBA
ain't gonna
guy
happen.
say that.
Cause I ain't a pussy. So
Yeah.
that whole wanna argue with me, I'm gonna argue back with that pussy ass nigga. Like,
Exactly.
that's what it is.
Don't tell me what to do.
So
'cause I
don't
know.
sit on here and say some shit at somebody who's 50 years old and be like, yeah, that's how it is. No, that's not how it is.
Shout out Young Soul in the building.
Shout out Young
Hey.
Soul. Young
Oh
Soul's
my God.
an artist. So she plays 9 instruments. Sings.
Listen, we're
Young
putting
Soul
it
is-
together.
Wait, Young Soul.
So Jhonni Blaze.
Young Soul just came from downstairs in the studio.
Yes, he's in the studio.
Yeah. Hey,
No.
she sings.
Time out. She's not an artist, she's an artiste. Okay?
Yeah.
Because she's
Play instruments and all.
She plays instruments.
Yeah.
Get in there. Get in there. Young Soul's a
It's
singer.
Young
Like,
Soul,
he does
but
his own
like
thing.
he's out
Yes.
here too, working on his
Yes.
own studio.
Heels on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Swear,
download it.
My feet has not touched this damn
Yes.
ground. I'm short and I'm about to do it to y'all. I'm going to do this forever. I
No,
can't
you
touch the
good.
ground.
I know, it's
I
cold.
They've been
just
dangling.
stay down
It's
there.
just cold, guys. It's cold in here. But no, we gotta link you guys up. Good.
Yeah, no,
Talk-
definitely wanna link you
We're
up,
gonna
too.
talk after the show because we're about to end in a minute.
Yeah.
But no, but we're glad that you're gonna do something with
I'ma be out
all the
here.
things. Yes, you'll be out here with us. And we about to go to 183. You going to studio 183? Okay.
Okay,
Young Soul.
Young Soul, okay.
Young Soul's in the
Oh,
building.
there go Keidra. I see you.
Keedra's
Oh,
back.
Keidra.
Keidra was out there on the phone. She was taking some business
She was
calls.
on for a minute.
But she's back with the jump off.
Let's
Go for the, I picked it up. You see that, right? You played with
Yeah, okay, okay.
All right, but we're gonna end here. Like, it's been so dope having you. Like, I'm gonna say this again, that I did not expect this interview to go so good. Like, I just thought we were gonna talk about like grown up hip hop, just regular stuff. No, like, you a dope.
No, we talked about it a lot. We covered a lot of
Like,
things.
no, she is. And her spirit, her
And
soul
Keisha, this is why she
dope.
had to start a foundation.
She has to
and
start a
go out here and
foundation.
start talking to these
Keidra was
kids.
like-
She has to.
Yeah.
Keisha's like,
I
more
think you was in the
work.
bathroom when we was talking
Keisha
about
was
it.
like, more work.
Wait.
I ain't got time.
My PR is so
Oh, okay, good.
My PR is so
Yeah.
goddamn. My PR is fine.
Well, we know Keidra already.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
know she's fire.
Right.
And she's going to make this happen because we
Yeah,
want to
that
see
was
you out
She
there.
even telling me to do it.
Wait.
Oh,
Time
okay.
out.
No, she just
so
said
wait.
it now, yeah.
So wait. You just like a rebel. You not listening to your PR, huh?
No, it's not that. Wait. It's so much
It's kind
shit.
of like that.
Yo, it's like a list.
She slapped real hard back there.
She's like, you gotta do this, this, and this. Oh, by the way, I have this idea. I'm like, come on.
Listen.
Man.
No, it's
Time.
you listen. We gotta make it happen. You
Yeah.
gotta do it.
Time.
Yeah.
Sleep when you're dead.
A lot of
We
people-
gonna do it.
People ask me to write a book, and I don't feel like it's right yet because
'Cause you're not finished.
I know where I can get. I know what level I see myself at.
'Cause you're not finished, like I said.
Yeah, like, I
So,
I'm like, yeah, no.
But in the meantime,
I'll just
go ahead and
write
talk
it
to
down.
these. Yeah, keep jotting everything down.
I think
That's
you
going on in
should.
your life. But in the meantime, get out and talk to these young girls.
Yeah.
Go talk to these girls along the way.
Yeah.
Along the way, because you're gonna visit a lot of cities. I see it.
Yeah, when you
And your journey includes a lot of cities, a lot of countries,
And you will have a lot of impact on these girls.
when I'm doing them talks.
and especially out of the country, this trafficking is big. They just hearing from you, seeing you, your genuineness. Like I'm telling you, just go talk to them.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't expect this after yesterday.
I didn't either. Oh, wait, you
Oh, good.
I caught this man and I told him that I was outside of the war. And
and he told me to wait a minute, and the man did not come, and it was freezing. I had no drawers on.
And I apologize for that.
So that is it's really just
Right.
that's what I be telling people to it's how you talk. I hear people in the temple because I love music, and I think if you would have heard me say it, then you would have like. I was like, I'm not mad. I'm mad at this nigga.
Yeah.
But we gonna close it out here, yo. Shout out to Jhonni Blaze. Give it up for Jhonni Blaze.
Give it up.
Give it up loud. Give it up loud. Yo. So shout out to social media because you changed your name a couple times too. You changed your name.
That is my name. That's
Okay.
my real name. That is my real name. My real name is Japelle von Krishna Jackson.
Okay.
My mom is German and black, but daddy black. I'm an Air Force kid. But for some reason, when people see it, they're like, what the hell is that? That is my real name on Instagram.
But that's your real name, Japelle.
Japelle, but it's Jhonni Blaze, but they won't give it Instagrams. Won't give me back
Yeah,
my name.
you put it under Jhonni Blaze.
So now I gotta get like my team to get back
okay.
Jhonni Blaze, but until then it's my government name.
So
So
Japelle.
just put JZAP and it'll pop up.
Japelle.
Because if I spell that thing out, y'all gonna be like, what the hell is that? So that
Y'all gonna get lost.
lost in the sauce.
Yes, but we following now, right? Everybody follow.
Yes.
Follow
Make sure everybody
Jhonni
follows.
Blaze. Yes.
Single.
Stream the single.
What's the single?
New favorite on all platforms.
Little
The
favorite?
video is dropping
New
this
favorite.
month.
Little favorite.
EP on the way.
Is it Little Favorite?
Little favorite.
Yeah,
Lil favorite. I'm sorry, I said new favorite. Lil favorite. We streaming it. I know I'm downloading it because I'm a download queen, so I'm definitely downloading. And we about to turn up. Everybody, we gonna go to 183 after this. So go out there and turn out with Jhonni Blaze and do the damn thing. Thank